Well, we got another water line install. I may recognize this job. It's the one I just did for the mobile home pad, and right up there is where we busted the water meter. If y'all remember, that's the hill I got stuck on, and right here is where the dump truck ran over the water meter and busted it. And it's pretty soupy out here, but got a whole week of rain, and today's about the only day that it's not going to be raining, so I'm going to try to get this dug in. I'm just going to go straight from there. Say there, I wasn't for sure where the water hooked up on the house, but it's going to be just a quicker and shorter line just to go from there and just straight across the yard over. So I got the 306 warming up. I'm going to swap out the buckets real quick, and let's get to digging. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get close to that meter. About right there. I'll dig the rest of it out with a shovel until I find it. Shouldn't be too hard to find. I just really hope I don't hit anything else up through here, because he wasn't sure what all's been ran out through here as far as like not the main utilities, but because there used to be a pasture over here. There's another hydrant down through there somewhere. I think it's all coming off that same line right there. Thing about right here is y'all can see like it rained all day yesterday, but this is good. It's got a lot more sand in it, so the dirt isn't going to be that aggravating to work with, not like the clay that I just did on that last water line. I say that, but the day's not over yet. We're just getting started. And I may do the electrical on this job, I'm not sure yet. I kind of wish I could just do them all together same time, and that's what I've been doing. Like, I'm sorry about not posting any videos, but I've still been busy. The dirt work and land clearing stuff is really slow. Well, I just can't do it because it's raining every day. I've got several jobs lined up. It's going to be fun jobs. You know, with the 313, she's still sitting over there all by herself, just still on the big cutover job because I just can't burn. But I do have a couple jobs lined up for it, and I've got a couple jobs lined up for this and the skid steer, small land clear and brush cutting, but said it just will not stop raining long enough to be able to really do anything. I'm just kind of going to cut me a line right here to give me a reference. like we just did over the weekend, we was able to do another water line install and a power or the main service install to another home. I just didn't film any of it. Like I said, if y'all want to see me do a electrical install, I guess I could film it, but like I said, everybody's different. Every county is going to be a little different probably from where you're at, so I don't want you thinking, well, this is how Lindsay did it. It's okay, it's good enough. You just have to make sure or see what your local power company requires. But if y'all want to see me do one, I'll be glad to make a video of it. It's pretty simple, but then again, it can be educational. Like I said, electricity is just something you don't want to play with. But I mean, like doing the service entries, there's no live electricity on it, so it's not that dangerous, but you just want to make sure things are done right. That way when you do cut the power on, it don't kill someone or cause a lot of problems. But if that's something y'all want to see, you know, let me know. Y'all can see this dirt right here is going to be a lot easier and better to deal with. I mean, it's wet, don't get me wrong, but it's not a sticky, goopy mess. This is actually really good dirt to build a pond or a really good even dirt to do that house pad right there. I thought I done had a major issue, but see that? That's what I'm saying. I don't know what else was buried out through here, and that looks like old polyethylene pipe. First I thought it was communication cable, and then I thought, well, maybe the water was just turned off, and I'll go turn the water on to see if that's where it's coming from. But the water was already on, so I went ahead and cut it off. I don't know where that's coming from or going to or what. Not very deep, that's for sure. There's the end of it, so must have just been run out through here, stubbed up there somewhere. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on digging. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get up here by the house real quick. That way I don't have to try to tie the two ditches in close to the house. I'm sitting on this little hill because it's a slick. The excavator almost wants to slide down this hill. Definitely tell the difference in this harder pack stuff than I'll dig that on out with a shovel. Took out more of this hill I'm glad I took out this hill like I did, because there would be no room in here to really sit. I wish I'd have brought the end of that end of the pad up about 2 or 3 more feet. That's what I should have done. That way it wasn't so high on them blocks. It is what it is. Should have brought the house forward about 30 more feet. Wouldn't have had that problem. Alright, I got the trench dug. I'm gonna go get my sharpshooter and dig out by the meter and see exactly where the line goes. And luckily I didn't hit nothing, so let's keep our fingers crossed that the rest of this goes good. Alright, I got me dug out close here. Let's see, it's got a little right here maybe. Really got nothing to hold the camera. Get some of this water out of this hole. It don't look like it's real sticky clay until you have to dig it by hand. There she is. All right. There's where they spliced into it last time when the dump truck ran over it and broke it. And so what I'll do is I'll cut right there into the PVC. Put me a T in, and then I'll be able to tee in my pipe over there and run it on down. So let me grab my tools and glue and all that stuff. Alright, I got my tee made up here. Shark bite into the threaded 3/4. Glued on these 2 ends. Purple primer. I know last time the ones that watched that the 700 over 700 feet water line install, I tried these crimpers first on the PVC pipe, and they do work really well if it's on new pipe. If it's been in the ground for years and years and years, that pipe has gotten brittle. So I think the best thing to do is go ahead and cut it with the Sawzall first, the PVC anyway, and then I'll use that for my my blue pipe over there. And like I said, if you got fresh PVC, these cutters do really well. But if it's old, it's just going to chip it and break it, and then you may wind up having to cut too much of it out, and that ruin your plan. You got to go get more fittings. So let me saw that in two real quick and see if I can get this glued in there. All right, I got my fitting glued in, and I went ahead and rolled my pipe out and got it laid in the trench. And I got a lot of easier way to doing it, or just instead of undoing the whole thing, just kind of let out a little bit at a time and stretch that out. So I'm going to get this up here. I may have to cut a little bit of it off. Let me set y'all up right here. Tell you what, well, it's all right. Just a little off. What those cutters do is give you a nice square cut. I felt her go all the way in. So these gloves are doing absolutely no good. And my little buddy behind me here, she wants to keep walking on the dirt pile, knocking dirt down in my ditch. Going somewhere, dog. Like right here. Messing up my process here. Muddy pup. All right, now I'm gonna go down here at the house and connect the fitting on the house. I'll show y'all what that consists of. All right, so what they got here is, well, they've actually used 3/4 tubing on this house. They usually go from a 3/4 down to a half, what I've been seeing. But anyway, I'm having to do this one-handed, so y'all have to forgive me. I know I got two hands in the camera here, but I got a third arm. Gotta have sometimes when you by yourself. So basically I got a 3/4 female that will thread right up onto that. Let me put some pipe thread on that real quick. Right, I got y'all mounted on the pipe coming out of the ground, so I just take that and make sure I ain't cross threaded. I'm gonna have to go back to the truck and get my pliers, but that's basically all there is to that. I'm gonna go get some pliers real quick. All right, y'all, there she is. And I've got some insulation that I have to put on here and make sure it's insulated good. I got that up there in the truck. And what I will do once I get well, I can go ahead and cut the water on, but I need to go inside and make sure the water valve is turned off inside. That way I don't just turn the water on, and if there's a problem inside, that I kind of flood the place before I get it shut off. So I'll show y'all what that consists of too. So let me get this stuff put up. All right, y'all, you gotta leave your boots at the door. Can't be tracking mud all through my nice new home. So that water should come in over here. It's probably gonna be a little dark in here. Yeah. Let me turn my light on my phone so y'all can see. Okay. So there's a valve right here, and see, it's open. So if I would have turned that on, there'd been water going all through the house, and I don't want that yet. What I do is I come in here and I take off all the filters. Pull out all the strainers and stuff, that way they don't get dirt and stuff all in them. That one will push out whenever I turn the water on. And I don't know what this home all consists of, but I'm sure there's a bathroom back here. Yeah. So let me go through here and get all the filters pulled out. And here's the electrical panel. I'm glad I know where it's coming in now. So it's coming in at the back of the house. So what I'll probably do on it is on these single wides. That back door is locked. There's a power pole right there, so I'm sure they'll come from that pole. And on this side of the house, hold on a minute. That mama dog over there keeps abusing her babies. I done got onto her last time when I was here. I need to get rid of them puppies before she kills all of them. Man, that pisses me off. Anyway, the power's coming up. Right there is where the power stub's in at. So what I'll more than likely do is set a power pole right here. Because on these single wides, they don't want them mounted on the side of the house. They require a pole. You can do either or in this county. That's why I'm saying if you're gonna do your own power, just check with your, or check with your local power company and see what they require. But anyway, let me go through here and get the filters pulled off, and then I'm gonna turn the water on. Okay, I got the water turned on outside to the house. So let me turn this valve on. Usually when I turn this valve on, then the hot water heater will start filling up, and you'll hear that. And I'm not sure where. I'm gonna turn that off because I can hear water. I think I hear water in this back. I might have accidentally left that on like a moron. Yeah. Turn that off. All those are off. Okay, try this again. Sorry about it being dark in here. No lights. So that's the hot water heaters right there. So I'm gonna make sure there's nothing leaking from it too. Yeah, I can hear it filling up now, and that usually takes a minute. You got a 40 gallons there to fill up. It's usually gonna take a minute. So and then all I do is to come through, I bleed the lines out. Thought that thing would pop out. So let me wait for that water heater to fill up and check everything. And also what I do is when I turn the water on inside the house, is you got to come out here and look up underneath it. On these single wides, there's no connection, of course, to the other side. It should all be ran, in this one single unit. But on double wide homes, you got to make sure that the where the two halves join together, you have to make sure that that's connected and there's no leaks there. The guys usually that set up the homes, they usually tie that together in the electrical part. All that's usually done before I get to it, but you want to make sure. Basically what they told me to do is just treat this like it's my home and I'm about to turn the water on for the first time. So that's what I do. if there's any issues, you know, you have to fix them. This is the busiest road. So anyway, I'm gonna let the water heater finish filling up and checking this, and then we'll backfill this ditch. All right, I got the home checked out and everything looks good. And what I do is save this little cap. What you do is just put that right back on there. And that will that'll save you a lot of headache. So I'm gonna shut the water. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna shut the water off here because I don't like leaving the water on when nobody's here. Everything looks good down through there. I'm gonna backfill around that by hand, that way I don't break it whenever I just dump dirt on it with the excavator. And then I'm gonna start backfilling this trench. Nicer than having to deal with clay, or really sticky clay. It'll be easy with that, so don't break that PVC. Okay, y'all, I think that's gonna be a wrap on this one. Got her filled in and packed down and back drugged best I can. I'm gonna get down here and finish this by hand, and then up there by the water meter, and then I'm gonna shovel them tracks out and load that up and take it to the house and clean it up good for the next job. I wish I could film it, but I'm gonna be inside a factory tearing out some old concrete and stuff, and I don't think they really want people to film and do all that type of stuff in there. But anyway, so maybe the next job I'll either be doing another house pad, or I'm not sure yet. Just have to, right now I'm sure, like everybody else, is all just having to kind of play it by ear for the weather. Or I may be over here doing the electrical for this. And like I said, you know, if y'all want to see that process or whatever, let me know. I guess I can do a video on it. If not, oh well. But anyway, I appreciate y'all, and y'all I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm like this close to being filthy rich, so I'm just kidding. So y'all, please, if you haven't and you continue to watch videos, please subscribe, and I appreciate it. Leave a comment. Adios.